taste buds. They coming to the mic, talking about the food they hate, talking about the food they like. Two fools gonna fight, but only one food can be right. Taste buds, man, yeah, they coming.
Hey, Taste Buddies, it's the Taste Buds. You know, I don't like to just call it podcast. It's a show, too.
That's the show. It's a prime time show.
Yeah. Welcome.
Network, prime time. That's what I see it as.
That's Sal.
Yes. That's Joe.
There you go. You're not good at an improv troupe, are you, babe?
What? Like a gun?
Real quick, shout-outs to Czarface and Esoteric for sending me the Czarface gear. I posted about this. Czarface, one of my favorite rap groups.
What's esoteric mean?
Esoteric is a rapper in the rap group Czarface.
It was out of context, so I didn't know exactly what you were talking about.
They're great. You should listen to them. It's Inspector Deck from Wu-Tang and Esoteric.
Yeah.
And DJ 7L.
When you were saying it, I didn't know what the context was. Mm-hmm. Now I get it.
Yeah. So he sent me this shirt plus a copy of the new album. And I'm wearing it on the show to say thank you.
Right
and
on.
also do my part to help. Maybe this helps push the album a little bit.
All right, very nice.
It's great.
I like that.
And it's with MF Doom. It's like they did it before he passed.
Wow.
So I don't know if it's the last thing MF Doom did or not, but it's a really, really great album.
It's funny because I was looking for a T-shirt to wear to help promote something as well. I'm not even joking around. Couldn't find it. Threw on my own Mike Tyson shirt, which I made myself. Don't steal my idea. Yeah, but I was looking for my Red Seal Gaming shirt because I wanted to shout out Red Seal Gaming, which is a specialty game store that my cousin owns.
Really?
And it's going well. They have a little community there. They do Dungeons and Dragons, and they're doing a podcast now. And I'm going to sit in. I've been wanting to do this my whole life. I'm going to sit in and play some Dungeons and Dragons for the first time in my entire life soon.
I always wanted to do that too.
Did you ever do it?
No.
We should go. You should come with me.
Can I crash this thing?
I don't see why not. I think they would love to have us. They're huge fans of the podcast.
I would love to come to it.
Yeah, so
I'm serious. I've always wanted to do this. But the friends I had that played it were too advanced, and I felt tension.
I think the guys that are doing this are advanced, but they're like...
I feel like they'll nurture us a little bit.
Well, two of them are my cousins, and they like... No, this will be right up our alley. This is the way to do it.
Okay, great.
I don't know. I don't know if all the hubbub is. I feel like I might like it if it's just like really fun and like, just it's kind of like playing poker or something, just like getting to BS and like make stuff up. Have you ever played Pimp D&D?
No, but I have a lot of friends who love that.
Really? Yeah, and these guys have been playing like 30 years or something like that.
I feel it really comes down to a good dungeon master. That's what I've heard.
So I hear. Yeah. Well, I'm interested to get a taste.
Speaking of taste, bud, today...
Just bring the heat. Just bring that heat.
Today's... made me laugh. Today's battle... Spare ribs versus fried chicken.
Yeah, well, I listed it as ribs. Is spare ribs and ribs the same thing?
Yeah, I can't.
I don't know. You tell me.
If somebody's going to nitpick over ribs versus spare, I wouldn't even know. I call them ribs.
This is a huge. I'd say out of all the 27, 30 episodes we've had so far, fried chicken and ribs are. You hear that? Fried chicken and ribs are two powerhouse foods. So this is a marquee matchup today.
Again, kicking off a beautiful, and I hope we can kind of stick with this because I'm just thinking of it now on the podcast.
Sure.
And it's nothing we've discussed.
Okay.
But I'm noticing our kickoff episodes for June. Well, actually, it's sort of like the second week of June moving forward as we enter real summer, hot girl summer, thought summer.
What did you say the last thing was?
Thought summer.
It sounds like you're saying thought.
Yeah, thought. That hoe over there, thought. You never heard that?
Yes, but it's thought.
Oh, thought.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. It sounds like you're saying THOUGHT.
Okay.
Thought.
Well,
have you been saying thought in conversation?
I always pronounce it thought.
People might not know what you're talking about. That's
they
thought
do
over
look
there.
confused.
They're probably thinking about like you're thinking of something.
They do look confused at the club. No, but here's the thing.
Isn't it a little weird to say that thought over there? Because that thought already means that hoe over there. So you're saying that thought over there?
No, you just said there's a lot of
that.
I didn't say that thought over there.
Oh, what'd you say?
I said thought girl summer.
Oh, thought girl. Thought girl sounds like you're just talking about like thoughtful women.
I don't remember what the hell I said.
I remember one time I didn't know a pigeon head. Is that chicken head?
Yeah.
Chicken head. I didn't know. I just thought chicken head. Like, you know, when you hear something for the very first time, you just take the context you heard it in and be like, oh, it just means like, I don't know what, but it just means like, you know, like, and I remember one time I was at work and I said something about she's just a chicken head, and then someone was like, a girl I know was like, what did you say? And I was like, oh, like a chicken head, like I don't know, like a scrub. I guess it was like a scrub, like how guys are scrubs.
Yeah.
Because that was a song. It was like, I don't want no scrubs, and then those guys,
Yeah.
they made a response song that said, we don't want no chickens or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
So chicken head, you know what it means?
It's a skeezer.
Yeah, but you know why it's chicken head?
Oh, no, why?
Because the chicken bobs its head, which looks like oral.
Oh. Shit.
I'm teaching you something now.
Oh.
Listen,
Sorry,
we got-
you turned into
we got-
Paul
we got-
Reiser for a minute. I didn't know what was going on.
Because I got kids, we got people of all ages.
I
listening
know,
to this.
I know.
Believe me, I hear all the time that people listen to it. So I don't really want to go too into whatever.
This
but
is, look,
I didn't
babe,
know
it's
this.
why Mad About You was so successful.
That's right.
This is how he played it.
That's right, babe.
8 seasons.
Chicken head sexuality.
Listen, but what I was going to say is this is the second episode in this June where we are kicking into high gear with a straight up summer foods battle.
That's right.
Okay? Last week was lobster roll versus crab cake. This week, in fact, first week of June was Snow Caps Raisinets, which really was the battle of the movie theater candies, which is a big summertime activity.
Summer blockbusters.
Now we did the crab cake versus lobster roll last week. Now we're doing ribs versus chicken, dude. Fried chicken. Holy shit, this is heavy.
This is massive.
This is heavy.
This is massive.
I will say right out of the gate, we have talked on the show about fried chicken before. We have both agreed that KFC is the all-time reigning fast food champion.
Fast food.
Or our favorite, right? You know? Which is why we didn't battle.
Original Russ.
It's the only way, dude.
Yeah. I like extra crispy.
I don't mind extra crispy, but I'll get chicken. I'll get like a chicken little for the extra crispy, you know?
Right there.
Yeah. Chicken littles are so good, dude. Holy shit.
How about that KFC mash? I love instant mashed potatoes.
I
don't know why.
I like them better, dude.
I know, me too.
Sometimes I buy the box of the Hungry Jack at the store.
I know.
And I was doing that during the pandemic, and my friend was going, what do you have to do? Just make mashed potatoes from scratch. I was like, I don't want to.
No.
It's not as fun.
Why are they not as good as instant mashed potatoes?
I don't know.
Why are regular mashed potatoes made from real potatoes not as good as instant mashed potatoes
you get a jar,
made from fake potatoes?
You get a jar of that Heinz gravy. You just pour it on. Ugh. Do you rip the skin off the chicken and dip it into the gravy and mashed potatoes?
I absolutely do.
Yeah.
I dip my chicken right in there.
I do that too. You know what else I used to do was I used to dip French fries into the mashed potatoes and gravy.
I could see that. Potato into potato. That's a
It
little
was wild.
incestuous.
Yeah. I called it a speedball.
Really?
I had a joke about it where I said that I called it a speedball, but like no, I would take the potato wedges back when they had potato wedges.
Well, they don't have them anymore?
They just have fries now.
Get
They're
out of here. They
skinny
did away with
fries.
the wedges?
Yeah, but the skinny fries are amazing because they're just regular fries seasoned like the potato wedges.
Really?
They're really good.
Okay.
Dude.
Well,
so anyway, we've talked about fried chicken.
You got some stones on you today, though, because you're going.
Well,
you're going ribs.
You said that you didn't think you could defend ribs. I love fried chicken, but I can tell you I love ribs.
Ribs.
So I know I can defend ribs.
I've had ribs where I've really enjoyed them. I can appreciate a rib. I like a good rib, but most of my life I was rib adverse. I don't think I have a palate for it when I was younger. And then when I got older and I had really good ribs, I'm like, okay, this is good. But I mean, let's be honest with each other now. Fried chicken is possibly the king of all comfort foods ever.
Well, yeah, but we're not arguing comfort food.
But I'm just saying this thing walks around like who he is, the fried chicken. You know what I mean?
Look, I
like
love
the fried chicken is. I mean, you're getting up there into like pizza territory, things like that. Like
I would argue,
chicken.
I would argue that ribs are right there with it. You get a perfect barbecued Chinese spare rib. There's nothing like it. You go to an amazing Southern barbecue restaurant and get pork, the big ribs, the North Carolina style ribs.
It's nice. They fall off the bone.
Any sauce or just a rub. A beef rib, a pork rib. I mean, ribs are just insanity.
Speaking of bone, though, I do have a little bit of issue with the rib bone.
Why?
Like when you get a rack and it's literally just like you're looking at someone's rib cage. I couldn't
care less.
Yeah. something about that rib bone. It's pretty girthy and it really feels like a bone from a body, from like a skeleton in like a biology class. And when that meat falls right off the bone and don't get me wrong, but usually chicken, you don't necessarily, like let's say a chicken breast or something, you don't necessarily devour it to the point where like it's almost like a Flintstone bone, the rib bone.
Here's what I like about the rib.
It is a little bit. I have problems with bones in food. If I get wrap my head around it, sometimes even in chicken, but the rib bone is really prominent because you see the rack. So now you're imagining a rib cage, and then you suck that thing off, and you're holding this thick. It's almost literally like a. It's got some weight on it. It feels like you put it through your nose.
Here's what I like about the rib bone.
Like the Flintstones.
Here's what I like about the rib bone. It's a clean bone. Chicken bone, you're dealing with a lot of ins and outs, man. You're getting the little splintery things that hang off of it.
Still true.
There's some mean gristle that in the nooks and crannies it hides from you. And then you got the stuff on the ends that you're expecting. You get a rib bone, it's one bone, it's one piece. That meat comes right off. It's clean as hell. You toss it aside, you're done.
Yeah, when you have the perfect rib bite. But what about those ribs, too, that also have the blubbery fat on them? And now you're getting the bone, plus you're just chewing on this, basically like chewing gum.
I say this with all seriousness, not just to win.
You don't eat the fat, do you?
I eat the gristle. I eat the fat and the gristle.
You don't sell the sizzle. You sell the steak.
Pork fat is the most delicious thing.
But you'll chew it? You'll chew the blubber?
Yes.
You'll chew the blubber?
I eat it all.
And then you swallow the blubber?
Yeah, and I eat the gristle, too.
Does your body decompose the blubber?
Mine does. Can't speak for anybody else.
So you'll be chewing on a chunk of fat, and it doesn't break down, you know.
It does break down.
It does?
Absolutely breaks down.
Maybe I haven't done it long enough.
Yeah, no, it breaks right down. It's fat.
And you just swallow the
when
fat?
When you eat a steak, you never eat the fat with the meat?
Maybe if it's marbled in there, but that big fat on the end that just looks like congealed mucus.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying if you put a rack of ribs in front of me and there was all the fat in one place, I would rip it off and just eat fat.
You were making a case for the very clean bone.
Yeah,
but I'm saying like a lot of times on ribs, I'll go and I'll rip it off, and then in the end, there's all that blubber.
No, I think you're using blubber wrong. First of all, but there's some fat on the meat.
How am I losing blubber wrong? Isn't blubber fat?
Blubber is what comes out of a whale.
You know, I've been playing fast and
the
loose
fat
with my
of
synonyms.
sea mammals. Only whales and seals.
Yeah, but it's a hyperbolic.
Well, here's the thing.
It's blubber. It's fat.
Fat on pork is never a bad thing. Pork fat only adds immense flavor. Sometimes when I make a spaghetti gravy,
yeah, but you're not doing like a pork
I put
confit.
Pork fat into the gravy and it dissolves in there. Pork fat is delicious. Steak fat is delicious, especially on prime rib when it's part of the meal. Chicken fat is disgusting. There is no scenario where chicken fat tastes good.
Yeah, but I don't really, when I'm having fried chicken, I don't really come across too much chicken fat.
Oh, you do. You might not notice it, but you do. It's in there.
Yeah, but
you get a cheap batch of fried chicken, you're going to have some fat.
Okay, yeah, the worst of any food's going to bring you that. But look, chicken is the most popular meat, for a reason, right? Rib meat is like maybe the least popular meat, I think. No, really. When you talk about all different cuts of steaks and meat and stuff like that, chicken is sold the most. Ribs might be sold the least.
Wait. Chicken's most popular meat because everybody wants to be healthy and eat chicken. All right?
There are more chickens on Earth than people. Chicken is the most common type of poultry in the world.
Okay, well,
the largest serving of fried chicken was served at Kentucky Fried Chicken in celebration of the restaurants. Oh, that last sentence just snuck in there. But I mean,
saying it's the most popular poultry. Yeah, no shit. Against what?
Let me ask you a question. What's the better bite? Sinking into a golden brown, crispy, delicious, fried, perfectly seasoned chicken breast that is moist and bursting with delicious, juicy white meat chicken flavor?
White meat? You're losing me already, buddy.
Well, white, whatever, dark meat, whatever your preference is. Or, biting into a rib, which, is nice pork meat, some nice flavor from maybe a rub or some BBQ sauce on it. But it doesn't do the dance in your mouth that the fried chicken does.
Chicken, I love it When I eat it, I'm happy. Most of the time, it's pretty good. When it's bad, it's real bad. When it's bad, it almost tastes gamey or something. But no matter how much I
don't
love
mean
it,
little wings. I don't mean like.
I know what you're talking about.
I don't mean wings.
I
We're
know.
talking about a bucket of fried chicken.
I run the gamut. Trust me on that.
There's nothing like sinking your teeth into a drumstick or a breast right out of that bucket. I mean,
it's wonderful. I'm not saying it's not, but when I eat a great rib, and my favorite are barbecued Chinese spare ribs, when I eat a great rib, I will literally go after the first bite every time. Every single time.
All right. Look, I'm going to make a point here, right? But I think it's probably not the best point, but because chicken does the same thing. You'll say, eat the wing, eat the breast. It's the literal. They call the name of the serving of the food the same thing as the body part when it was on the chicken, right? So it is weird to be like, have some breast, have some wing, right? But something about saying have a rib, like, like it's not even it's a chicken breast or a chicken wing. I get it, but like. Something about saying eat the rib is a little bit too much for me.
That's
it's
fine.
Like, I don't know, maybe it's because of the Bible.
But you can't focus on that. You got to get into the flavors and the taste.
No, I understand, but it just is a little bit like if you just pull out a little bit, it does feel weird to be like eat the ribs of this animal.
It doesn't.
And you just see the rib as
you're focusing. I'm telling you, you're going to waste your whole argument focusing on something that's not going to get you any ground. You're going to focus on something. Let me tell you this. Let's talk about when you put this stuff on a plate with something else, okay? Because that's an important part of it. Barbecue ribs, in my opinion, win every time. Here's why. Number one, you're not getting bogged down with all the extra breading. It allows a little more room for potentially a mac and cheese or a potato salad or a stuffing or a heavier side.
I mean,
with fried chicken.
You're naming sides that go with fried chicken exclusively the best.
They go with ribs too.
You're talking about coleslaw. You're talking about collard
I didn't say
greens.
coleslaw.
You're talking about
I didn't say collard
You're
greens.
talking about corn.
I didn't say any of those. You literally just, did you hear what he just did? He named 4 things I didn't say.
I named four more.
But I'm saying these are all, if you go to any soul food restaurant, these are all it's ribs and fried chicken stars of the show.
Yeah.
And then these are your sides.
Okay.
So my point is this, when I get the ribs.
Yeah. How much for a rib?
I can eat more of what I feel like is a balanced meal because I'm not getting bogged down with a lot of grease and a lot of breading. I'm eating meat in a bit purer of a form, if you will.
I know, but sweets.
Okay, and it doesn't make me tired the way fried chicken does, which gives me a little more room for a potato salad or a starchier side dish.
Okay, but I'm not really going to focus my argument on what side dishes you could have if you get too full or not from the original. I'm going clean. Fried chicken against rib.
I also think the mixture of that barbecue sauce on that rib with a mayonnaise-based side is wonderful.
I love your mayo.
I don't love my mayo. I like it sometimes.
Side.
You told me on the last episode I hated mayo.
Ribs are the most disgusting food to eat. Hands down. When you eat ribs, you look like, I don't even want to say what you look like. You look like you're basically a human toilet. I mean, you can't eat ribs. It's barbaric. You're telling me, oh, I love to. It doesn't fill me up. It's a nice clean bite.
Take the fried out of it. You don't think eating chicken off the bone is just as barbaric?
No, but when ribs get all over you, when they got to serve you wet blankets to eat the food.
They do that with chicken too.
I mean, but you're getting the barbecue sauce all in your nostrils and all over your cheeks.
So let me get this straight. You think you look classy if you take a lady out for the first time and you order a bucket of fried chicken and she's watching you munch down on her thigh with like the steaming, bubbling juice running out of it?
I didn't say I was going on a date with someone. I didn't say I was going to order a bucket for 2 people.
Then who am I impressing? I'll eat the ribs.
You get the barbecue sauce underneath.
I'm not saying they're not messy.
But if you just pick out like people eating ribs and look at the pictures, it looks like a travesty. They look like zombies.
They
look like zombies that just feasted on a barbecue pig.
These are ridiculous, exaggerated pictures. These are ridiculous.
How is that exaggerated?
These are absurd.
It looks like you got just your face is just
these people are disgusting. Then I've never had that much sauce on my hands or face when I ate ribs.
How good?
It's like learn how to eat.
How good is fried chicken skin? Do you think? Here I am complaining about the rib, and yet fried chicken is so good that I don't have a problem being like, I'll eat the skin of that chicken. That sounds even as bad as the rib. To eat skin.
Yeah, it's delicious.
It doesn't matter. It's so good. I mean, I'll peel the chicken skin right off the fried chicken, eat that first, and then just stare at that meat, and then just bite into just the meat I mean, it's undeniable. I don't know if I've ever met someone who doesn't love fried chicken. Love, I said.
No, I've definitely met people that don't like fried chicken.
You love fried chicken?
Of course.
Of course. How many
like
restaurants
ribs?
are built around fried chicken? Oh, yeah.
Of course, I love both.
Yeah. I'll tell
about-
you what, you go down south, you take yourself down to Austin, Texas or the like. You go into a barbecue restaurant, and I'll tell you something you ain't going to get with fried chicken down there.
Right out of the
You're not
basket.
going to get a
Right out of the oil.
smoked, you're not going to get a 12, 16-hour smoked piece of meat.
That's another thing. It's a real
And the
arduous task to make that rib.
flavor, if you smoke them, you don't have to. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, Sal, I'm going to throw a few numbers at you, and I want you to tell me what's good about them.
Okay.
The number 0, the number 13, the number 4. Now, normally you would say, Joe, there's nothing good about any of those numbers.
No.
0 is not a good thing. 13, unlucky.
Right.
4, I don't know. I
For
feel
what?
a little left out,
Yeah.
like the fifth wheel. But when you're talking 0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, and 4 net grams of carbs in each serving, you're talking about Magic Spoon, and suddenly those numbers are beautiful.
Yeah, if you're an adult that used to like eating cereal but haven't done it recently because your body is not built to sustain the ingredients that normal cereal puts out, then you're going to want to look into Magic Spoon.
And if you're also an adult like me who now reads things as calories, and you've taken joy.
It's the first thing you do. I go for the nutrition facts.
Yeah, take joy and everything out of the equation. It's just a calorie number to you at this point.
Yeah.
140 calories per serving, but it's also delicious, and it's also fun to eat, and you get to eat cereal again. What's not to gain from this? It's keto-friendly, it's gluten-free, it's grain-free, it's soy-free, it's low-carb, it's GMO-free.
Everybody with all the issues, you could eat it.
Build
Put it that way.
the boxes. Build the boxes. You can get a cocoa flavor, fruity flavor, frosted flavor, peanut butter flavor, blueberry flavor, a cinnamon flavor, and I have mixed these, and they taste good when you start mixing the
I
flavors.
wonder what happens if you mix all 6 of those.
I think you become a wizard.
Honestly, you heard it here first. Get all 6, mix them together, and just tape it. Okay? And you post it to #TasteBudsMagicSpoon. We want to see what happens when you eat all 6 flavors at once.
Yes.
If you become a wizard, you will be our first guest ever.
And we are dead serious. If you are eating Magic Spoon at home and you're a fan of the show, send us a video. Mix all 6 together if you have all 6.
Yeah.
We just want to see you do it.
But better yet, and also rank your flavors that you like the best too. I swear to God, though, if we see someone become a wizard
That's pretty
live
big.
on tape, forget it.
Yeah. So anyway, go to Magic Spoon Taste Buds. So anyway, if you want to enter the Wizard Challenge, you're going to go to magicspoon.com/tastebuds, and you're going to enter promo code tastebuds. Again, that's magicspoon.com/tastebuds, and you're going to enter promo code tastebuds. You're going to save $5 during checkout. All right, you can make your own box.
You can make your own custom bundle consisting of multiple boxes.
Exactly.
And they're also this is something. This is why when you hear us talk about it every week and you're like, "Oh, I don't really do the ad thing. I listen, but this is why you should do this, okay? Because it is backed with 100% guarantee. That's how confident Magic Spoon is. If you don't like it for any reason, no questions asked, they'll refund your money. So you have literally nothing to lose. You buy it, you don't like it, send it back.
magicspoon.com/tastebuds. Use that promo code tastebuds, and you're going to save $5. Thanks a lot, Magic Spoon.
Okay.
Folks.
We're here to talk to you about Blue Chew. You may have heard of it. You may not have heard of it. Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra or Cialis if you're having problems with erectile dysfunction, but it's in a chewable tablet at a fraction of the cost. That's a fraction of the cost, but a full-size erection.
And can I tell you how I would have started it?
Yeah.
Not that we need to start over.
Please.
I just want to tell you that I would have said, it's summertime. Let's talk about pitching tents.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
That's a double entendre.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Good stuff.
You can take them anytime, day or night. You imagine you couldn't take them anytime. Like, look, you got to take them between 12 and 12:05 a.m.
Trust us, do not take them after 12:05.
Yeah, you will multiply.
Yeah. You can take these anytime. You're safe. You can take them anytime. You can plan ahead if you want and be ready when your opportunity arises. And what they mean by that is the two different versions of the pill that they are offering. I actually like that they do this. There's one that is built more for like sort of immediate, like, here we go.
Hot and heavy unexpectedly.
Not pills, tablets.
Sorry. And here's what I like about this take them anytime so you can plan ahead or be ready whenever thing is they have two kinds of tablets that they're offering. And one of the tablets is built for like, hey, man, this is for like if you're ready to go in like an hour or so.
Unexpected, hot and heavy.
Yeah, and then the other one is like, this is like if you need to
my lifestyle can
be
happen anytime.
Be in it all day.
Yeah.
So I think that that's really, really cool. I also think it's great that the tablets are made in the USA. And they're prepared and shipped direct to your door in a discreet package, which is nice. This can be a little bit of an awkward subject for some people.
Sure, but you're not going to the pharmacy. You don't have to take an embarrassing appointment with someone where you got to talk about this stuff. The process is as simple as you can get because you just go to BlueChew.com. You consult with a medical provider, licensed, and once you're approved, you get the prescription within days.
Yeah, pretty great. Pretty great. So we want you to go. Do we have to do this part?
Read verbatim. So if you could benefit from the extra confidence, there it is.
Can you read that? I can't see because of the
Sure.
camera.
So if you could benefit from a little extra confidence, and why can't we all, then it's time to... Well, okay, got it. Ready? So if you could benefit from a little extra confidence when it's time to perform, and who couldn't, right? We all can improve. Only Jesus is perfect. Blue Chew can help. We got a special deal for our listeners. Try Blue Chew free. I'm not asking you for any money. They're not asking you for any money. It's free when you use the promo code TasteBuds at checkout. All you do is pay for the $5 shipping because we cannot control the mail. That's government run. That's
right.
BlueChew.com, promo code TasteBuds to receive your first month free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. Thank you, Blue Chew, for being sponsored of the podcast.
This is another option for your ribs. You get that smoked, thick, where the pork turns pink almost, and you bite into that, and the juice, and by the way, not messy at all, because they're not slathered in sauce. They go in dry rub, they give you sauce on the side if you want to add it, or if you want to dip it, and you bite into that, dude, what are we even talking about here? What are we even talking about
I
here?
also like the process of eating fried chicken, choosing if I want, which piece I want, how big of it I want,
That's a lot of fun.
Where I want to start it from. I flip it around. I look where I should sink my teeth into first. I also think that fried chicken, as I mentioned, it's the number one comfort food, I think, undeniably of all time. But I also like that it's a summer food, like you mentioned.
I don't
it's
like
also
when
a
you
winter
slip
food.
those little facts in, like of yours.
What I do?
When you go, you act like you're not saying a big thing, but you're saying a big thing, and you go. Also with fried chicken, I think it's the number one comfort food of all time, undeniably. But more importantly, I see what you're doing. I don't like when you do that.
Do you protest that?
I do.
What do you think is the number one comfort food of all time?
I think you'd get a lot
Top
of.
three.
I think you'd get a lot of arguments for turkey pot pie or chicken pot pie. I think you get a ton of arguments for shepherd's pie. I think you get a lot of arguments for pizza. Quite frankly, I don't think you can say undeniably the number one comfort food is fried chicken.
I'll give you pizza because that is really. I mentioned pizza at the top of the episode. I said we're dealing with the big boys now.
Yeah, I
fried
know.
chicken is a dominant champion.
But we're not talking comfort foods. We're talking We're talking chicken versus ribs.
But I was going to say is chicken. Fried chicken is amazing at a cookout in the summer. Fried chicken is also amazing in the winter. Like it's a hearty comfort food.
So
if I
are
come in
ribs.
from the cold and I got a nice plate of fried chicken, mashed potatoes, gravy, corn.
You tell me pork ribs aren't going to make you feel the same?
I don't think pork ribs are like a comfort winter food. I don't think of it that way.
What?
I think of it as a great Asian style food. I think of it as a great summer food or a BBQ food. But I don't really see it as like.
How do you not see Southern barbecue as comfort food? That's literally what it is.
No, but I'm saying I don't see it as like a winter food.
You don't know. Don't change it. You said comfort food. You said comfort food. We're talking.
BBQ is a comfort food.
Yes.
But I'm just saying I think chicken is more versatile than a rib. Oh, I do. And I also
Why is that?
I also think that
why is that when two of your pieces are going out the window right off the bat?
Because I think that
when the breast and wing are useless right off the bat.
I think because I will tell you this too.
Leg and thigh.
If you just lined up 100 people and said, "Do you eat fried chicken? Do you like fried chicken?" I think you're going to get. I'm not going to be ridiculous like you are sometimes. I think you're going to get a very high percentage, maybe in the 90s, of people that say, "I eat it and I love it," and I'm even including kids in that. Anything. But with ribs, I really feel like people are like, oh, I could take or leave ribs, or I don't like ribs. Why is it then, if they're in the same class, and you're thinking that you're making an argument against fried chicken, why is it, if you agree with me, that you wouldn't get people across the board of 100 people being like, I eat and love ribs all the time? Why are ribs, to me, a much more selective
I don't know
food
anybody
to
that
people?
doesn't like ribs.
I really do. I have people
I know
that
a
have
lot
never
of people
tried
that
a rib,
don't like
that don't really love ribs, that it's not one of their favorite
I know a lot
foods.
of people that won't eat fried chicken based on health alone. They're like, it's too unhealthy. It's deep fried. It's a lot of
it's all
saturated
unhealthy.
fat.
There's no way I'm going to defend fried chicken as a health food, but I'm just defending its deliciousness.
I understand, but
You
I'm
ever have
telling
fried chicken
you.
with honey?
Yes, of course.
Fried chicken and waffles?
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Okay.
But I do like it with honey. I do like a little honey with it. But listen, dude, it's
Boneless fried chicken on a sandwich?
It's
What about when people were murdering each other in the streets for fried chicken sandwiches?
And by the way,
last 2 years.
somebody on Twitter has said there's no restaurant devoted to ribs! Joe DeRosa 2021, thinking that I am team fried chicken right now. I was going to yell that because I think it is a goddamn travesty that there is no restaurant devoted to ribs.
Yet there are so many chicken restaurants, both fast casual, and upscale.
Yeah, but you know what else? I'm going to
That-
hit you with something.
But why
you
are
complained
people in
last
the streets?
episode.
Why are there people in the streets beating each other over fried chicken sandwiches? Why? They
Because
don't do
they're
that with rib
idiots.
sandwiches. But why?
Because they're idiots.
No, Joe. But why?
Why are there people storming the Capitol? Because they're idiots.
That's not the same
people
thing.
People are dumb.
That's not the same thing.
People are really dumb.
That sentence is true. But why are people fighting over fried chicken
I'm going to
sandwiches?
blow your mind.
Because it's that good.
I'm going to blow your
Is it because it's that
I'm
enticing?
going to blow your mind right now. And you hate when it comes into it, but it's coming into it right now. Guess what's at McDonald's all year round? Different forms of fried chicken. Guess what comes around once in a while and people lose their shit? The McRib.
I can't believe you're going to bring the McRib into this.
The Mc. You see how crazy people go for it.
You love bringing Mc.
But you see how
Are you-
crazy
are
people
you-
go.
go like this to your face. Please go like this. See, let me see if your face comes off and you're just a corporate representative from McDonald's. Because you bring up McDonald's.
But I'm arguing
in every single episode.
I'm arguing that the people love the McRib. There is a frenzy for the McRib.
What's the show with the boss? Undercover boss? Is it you undercover bossing me? You in a battle.
Am I wrong?
In a
But
battle,
address
in
my
a battle
point.
of ribs versus fried chicken, you bring up the McRib.
Address my point.
Disgraziad.
Address my point. Look at this. If the McRib comes up in this debate, I will lose it.
Thank you, because they're thinking what I'm thinking. You're doing yourself
No,
a disservice.
I'm not. I'm-
There's a reason why
You asked
they
me-
dangle the McRib carrot in front of you and you get excited. People
You
go
asked
batshit
me
over
a
the McRib.
question.
They get batshit
You
over the
asked me a
McRib.
question.
They get batshit over the McRib because it's only offered once in a while. And when you make people think something is exclusive or limited, they want it more. And there's a little fuss around it. And they need to use that to move units of ribs once a year and whip people into a frenzy. The reason fried chicken is available in many forms all year round is because it is a beast. It is king. It is in demand. People will not get sick of it.
Let's
You
talk
put
about-
the McRib on the menu, $3.65 next to the chicken. What's going to sell more?
McRib.
The chicken.
McRib.
No, it's not, Joe.
McRib.
That's what I'm saying to you. More people. You
McRib.
ask-
McRib. And by the way, the sandwich you're so proud that people are mugging each other for in the street, it's not even fried, doesn't even count as fried chicken. It's a fried chicken breast.
It's boneless fried chicken.
No, bullshit. Horse shit.
What do you mean horse shit?
Horse shit is what I
It's
mean.
still chicken that's fried. That's fried chicken.
Okay.
No one ever said bone. You started this thing being like dry rub, spare rib, bada blue, bada
Okay,
bing.
then pulled pork counts as ribs because it's rib meat. I mean, give me a break.
But
with
Joe,
this.
it is a fried chicken without a bone. That's all.
Okay.
A fried.
Okay,
they
then
call
pulled-
it the fried
then
chicken
pulled
sandwich.
Then pulled pork counts as rib meat because that's what it is, and pulled pork now enters the equation
Just like
as
pulled-
one of the most amazing sandwiches of all time.
You could have went with pulled pork sandwich versus fried chicken.
No, you can't use the chicken sandwich in the fried chicken battle, and you know
but it
goddamn
is
well
a
why.
fried chicken sandwich. Pimp, your take. Swear to God, be
I would
honest.
count both. I would count the chicken sandwich and the pulled pork.
All right,
you
so
can't
both count.
count pulled
No,
pork.
no,
You can't
Pimp
count pulled
declared both count.
You can't count pulled pork.
No, both count.
But pulled pork is not. But okay. But fried chicken boneless on a sandwich can taste nearly identical
And
to a bite of
You're
fried
right.
chicken over
You're
bone.
right. Pulled pork tastes so crazy different than spare ribs. I don't understand it.
Can I tell you something?
When it's so the same, when I get spare ribs, I won't get pulled pork because I go, don't give me more of the same shit.
Can I tell you something? Actually, pulled pork I liked only later in life because the first 30 years plus of my life, I thought that pulled pork smelled and tasted like wet dog. Do you know wet dog?
Not personally, no.
You don't know wet dog?
Yes, yeah, I had a dog, yes.
You know when the dog comes in from the rain and
Yes,
you
Sal, I
towel him
understand
down
what a wet
and
dog
you
is.
smell him and it smells like a wet dog?
Give me another example. I'm not sure I'm following.
If a dog jumps in a pool or a pond, or you hose your dog down,
Right.
and then you
I
dry
think-
the
I
dog
think
off,
I'm grasping
there's a
it.
distinct smell. I swear to God, I smell the cousin of that smell when I smell pulled pork. And sometimes if I let the smell get to me, I imagine that the pulled pork tastes
Sal,
like what a wet dog would taste like if it
You're
was
out
a
of
wet
your
dog. I'm just saying,
mind.
I'm not making that argument against ribs. I'm telling you a fun story about my life.
Okay.
Why are you telling me I'm out of my mind? That's something I felt.
Okay, it's a
I
passive
like
aggressive
pulled-
shot at
I
pulled
like
pork.
pulled pork now.
Oh, I like it now, but it kind of smells like dog, but I like
I'm
it.
just saying it took me a while to come around to it where chicken fingers is the first thing a child will eat. The parents are like, are they off mushy foods? Give them chicken fingers. There's a reason. It's delicious. More people like it. It casts a bigger net. There's a reason it casts
I
a
will
bigger
tell you
net.
this.
The taste is more
Bad-
palatable
bad-
overall than a barbecued rib.
Bad fried chicken is so much worse than bad ribs. It's insane.
Oh, I don't know about that. It's a bad rib sometimes makes me almost want to give up ribs altogether.
Alley Cat says, fried chicken, it can wear so many different hats. Breakfast with waffles, no problem. Sandwich with crisps, all, you got it. An array of sauce options that will most likely give you spicy butthole, but it's worth it because chicken is so crispy and delicious. Absolutely.
I mean, there you go, really. And I think that's going to be
Same thing
popular consensus.
same thing goes to ribs.
Find a rib that says
Pulled
that.
pork.
Find a rib comment that says something like that.
The McRib, pulled pork.
You got to stop with the Mick. You got to stop with the McRib.
Ribs and waffles is a thing too. I mean, I've never heard of it until just a second.
But no. Go. Ribs and waffles is not a thing. Go back to the board, Pimpy, on the Twitter, Pimpsicle, and find me a rib comment like that. Take your time.
Ribs are more versatile with flavor and method of cooking than fried chicken. Ribs have complex flavors. They are worth the mess. Fried
messy.
chicken, on the other hand, makes you hate yourself. Way too greasy in a gross way. You can't wash your hands fast enough. Thank you.
All
That's
right,
a
so you
valid
found
point.
one.
That's a valid point. You know what? Let's just go to the polls here.
Where are we?
at?
Where are we? Hold on. Where are we?
Where are we time-wise?
We're about 30 minutes.
Folks, I know it was a very, very, very long year for everybody in 2020, and 2020 certainly spilled into 2021. A lot of stuff going on. We spent a lot of time in the house, and some of us probably
Freaking out, man.
probably more of us, I should
freaking
say.
out.
More of us than less of us have probably formed some habits that we'd like to maybe break, or maybe you just want to start living a little bit better. Look, I'm the co-host of a food podcast. It's hard to not indulge all the time. It's hard to keep yourself on track.
It's true, and it's not just food stuff. It's everything.
Yeah.
It's everything. I was having a rough. I'm not just saying this, and I want to say that because it's true. I was having a couple of rough days a while back, a couple of weeks ago. Someone actually told me, "Have you ever heard of Noom?" And I was like, "I actually have. I actually speak about it because they advertise in our podcast.
Yeah. They're great.
It's making the rounds, Noom.
It's a great program. I just signed up for it myself when they started advertising on our show because, I want to put my money where my mouth is. I'm not going to try to tell other people to do something that I don't believe in.
A little bit of background on Noom. They've built the entire platform on two things: research and wanting to help people lead healthier lives through behavioral change. So that's what this is about. It's not like a diet program. This is getting psychoanalyzing your habits and teaching you how to change your behavioral habits. They have experts, health experts that have master degrees in fields including psychology, integrative medicine, neuroscience, and even though they're all about evidence-based science, they're also passionate about creating a more empathetic approach for a healthier life.
I think it's great. Like you take a quiz on this, like you do with some of the other products that we've plugged
Love
on the show.
a good quiz.
But the quiz is really, really informative for them. The questions they're asking you get incredibly specific. And it just, as soon as you start answering them, you can already tell, like, I'm on my way to doing something that's going to work better for my life.
Breaking habits.
It's really a cognitive behavioral approach, which if you've ever been to that type of therapy, I find it incredibly healthy and helpful. It breaks bad habits, as Sal said.
Well,
it changes your relationship with food.
Yes, and it's also not like setting like strict rules, which
Right.
that's the difference. It's like it empowers you with the knowledge to build smarter, more sustainable habits and behaviors because everyone's different. So they customize the program based on your personal goals. You don't have to fear ruining the whole program if
Right.
you mess up one day. They just help you get right back on track. So it's not like this, very strict thing that it's impossible to achieve success with it.
Yeah, I set my goal. I'm trying to lose a bit of weight, and I answered those questions in the quiz, and Noom set a very fair timeline for me. And it's not, one of these fast track things. It's slow and steady wins the race, but not so slow that it seems an impossibility to reach the finish line.
It's like 10 minutes a day to check in. It's not like anything, that would take a chunk out of your day. 80% of the users complete the entire program, and 60% of the users lose 5% or more body weight. That's pretty
great.
good, man. Wow.
So anyway, go to Noom.com/tastebud. Singular, NOOM.com/tastebud.
Sign up for your trial and get psychology-based support and motivation to reach your goals. That's Noom.com/tastebud.
Summertime, it's grilling season, baby.
Let me ask you a question. A long time ago, like in the early 1900s, if I told you that there's a service where they deliver all the meats that you love and want directly to your door, would you tell me that I was some type of witch?
I would say that you were a witch. And then if you put on top of that grass-fed only, and that sort of thing, I would say, I don't know what you're talking about, witch.
You go walk down to the butcher shop and you wait online.
Right, exactly.
But now there's something called ButcherBox, and they bring the butcher to your home in the mail in a box.
Not the butcher himself, the service.
No, but the reason you go to the butch.
Yeah, exactly. Talk about, it can be hard to find 100% grass-fed finished beef and free-range organic chicken and heritage breed pork and wild-caught salmon at your grocery store. And sometimes you settle for two reasons. Number one, they don't have it, or you pay more for it than you should because they do have it and it's overpriced. Luckily.
Yes.
Luckily. That's our key word. Today's sponsor, ButcherBox, believes everyone deserves these high-quality, humanely sourced meats.
Humanely sourced.
And new members are going to get bacon for life for free when they sign up. That's how much ButcherBox believes in you and believes in their product.
Let's be honest. Out of every ad we ever do, free bacon for life is the best selling point I've ever heard in my entire life.
It lights us up, man. So every month, ButcherBox ships a curated selection of high-quality meats right to your home. I have them sent to mine. Man, do I love it. Each box has 9 to 11 pounds of meat, enough for about 24 individual meals. It's packed fresh. It's shipped frozen, and it's vacuum sealed, so it stays that way, which is the other best part about this is because you're dealing with quality, you're dealing with affordable, and you're also dealing with shelf life. This stuff stays fresh for so much longer than what you buy at the grocery store in your refrigerator, of course, because of the way it's sealed. Also, so talk about hitting taking every box that everybody needs right now, coming after a long, hard financial year of out of work and whatever else. You're getting quality, affordable,
you're getting convenience,
long lasting.
Exactly right. It's humanely raised meat, and it shakes out to about, they say, $6 a meal, which for
Amazing.
like really high end meat like that, you're not paying those exorbitant like inflated prices. They even have free shipping nationwide, except Alaska and Hawaii, but we still love you. You can't really beat it. Backed by popular demand to receive bacon for life right now. New members get bacon for life when they sign up. Also, you could pick like one of their predetermined like ButcherBox packages, or you can literally customize exactly what you want on your own. Just go to butcherbox.com. There are no limits here.
There are no limits.
Yeah, no limit soldiers. Butcherbox.com/tastebuds. That's a package of free bacon in every box for the life of your subscription when you go to butcherbox.com/tastebuds.
It's grilling season, baby!
Woo!
Okay.
You going to the phones already?
Why not?
Why not?
Let's go to the phones.
Let's go to the phones.
We
You
argued
can't
this
go to
whole
the
time.
phones.
Both are absolutely incredible. Pimp, do me a favor. Scroll back up because there was some you went by that okay, right there. Right, no, back down. Let's start here. Gramps says, I can't choose between the two best dishes that meat has to offer. I want to put that up as a contender for our retweet today because that is a wonderful, wonderful point.
You could retweet that. I don't know if you won.
No, Pimp down.
I need a little creativity.
I just said Pimp down, not to scroll. He's climbing on my leg. Ribs are...
Sorry, we read that.
Okay, sorry. Okay, ready? The best ribs are better than the best fried chicken, but the average fried chicken is better than the average ribs. This is interesting. In other words, ribs are much more difficult to get right, therefore fried chicken is better, but when you do get ribs right, that's a great point.
Well, as someone said, nailed it, but that goes against you, my friend, because we're saying which is better.
I think it's a very good point. God didn't ask Adam...
I said it. That's hysterical.
God didn't ask Adam for a piece of fried chicken to make Eve, did he? No, he asked for a rib. Why? Because ribs are superior.
That's good.
All right, that's our lead tweet right now.
Yeah.
Dude, ribs all day. I can understand you might have had bad ribs, but that's because you've got to remove the membrane before you cook them. Thank you, Zach. I should have pointed that out. I can hear Joe already. If you got to do extra, it's garbage.
No,
Ooh,
they go against you. They all think they know us very well.
Yeah.
I'd rather shit my pants and do cartwheels than have subpar ribs. I'm perfectly content having subpar fried chicken because at the end of the day, at least it's fried.
What else?
Y'all talking about fried chicken is better. Sit the F down. Eating some greasy ass deep fried bucket of stomach problems. Give me them ribs, baby.
All right. I'm not into barbecue ribs. No way. I'm not into barbecue rib. I'm not into barbecue, and ribs are not really my thing. Fried chicken is okay, but I usually take the skin off because I don't enjoy that. So, have you heard of a period, miss? Or a comma, maybe. Something to break it up. Jesus, God. Because I don't enjoy that. So only kind of fried chicken I really eat is like nuggets. And it's not always processed. You can get Chick-fil-A. Holy Jesus, God.
Okay, all right.
All right. I think she likes Chick-fil-A, I think, is the point.
Homemade ribs, restaurant fried chicken. Okay.
Interesting.
DeRosa definitely loves this because he loves ribs because he has no shoulder.
What? Wait.
I didn't see
come
it.
on, man. Go to the poll. I saw it. Son of a bitch. You've got to be kidding me.
14,000 votes. Humble Pie segment. Bada boom. 66.6.
That is insane.
666, the number of the dev. 66.6 to
do us a favor.
33.4%. Picking up another
Fans,
double.
do us a favor. When you're following the polls, don't write in the tweets what's winning or what's losing, because then I just saw that and it kind of brings it to a halt.
They saw what happened. They know.
But yeah.
Oh. I'm down to 66.5 now. So I'm no longer the food of the devil.
Did you just you're now up 4 episodes.
14,300 votes. And I will tell you this. I really thought this was going to be closer.
I did too. I thought I was going to win.
Last week I was surprised that we were 1% difference between lobster roll and crab cake. Oh, if this comes out now, we have to do it that way. You can edit that out. Okay.
Yeah, we'll do it that way anyway.
Okay. I thought that ribs would be an admirable foe. I thought it'd be closer. What do you think?
I thought ribs would win.
I thought no, Joe, they weren't going to win. They were never going to win.
What do you mean?
They were never going to win. It's fried chicken.
The whole contingency of the South would have voted ribs over fried chicken.
So what are they just out to lunch right now?
Well, I don't know.
Where's the South?
I don't know.
South, are you voting? South? Identify yourselves. Oh, you're telling me the whole contingency of the South wouldn't have said fried chicken?
Listen, you go down south, you're going to be a lot harder
babe,
to press.
Anybody who's eating a rib is eating fried chicken, babe. But there's people that are eating fried chicken that aren't eating ribs. You would do them from the get. Do not pass go. Do not collect. You know what I'm saying?
Son
fried
of a
chicken
bitch.
Is up
because
there with
yesterday
pizza,
he
bro.
said to me, I'd have to take fried chicken. Oh, would you? You had to take the one that you
Because
knew would
I don't
win?
think I could defend the rib. I said, Joe, I would have to
love
take fried
ribs.
chicken. I can't defend a rib against fried chicken.
I can.
I'd have to take fried chicken.
I can.
You said, I'll take it gladly. Don't
did.
come down on me for being honest.
I
don't want to be a phony. I want to only
I'm
argue
not coming
for
down.
something
I love ribs.
I wouldn't be able. Look, Pimp says it all the time. This is like food court. And sometimes we represent a food that we don't believe in. And I was just letting you know that I thought the rib would have been guilty.
I believe in the rib, and I believe that it is superior to fried chicken, and I will stand by that.
But don't come down on me for telling you that I don't think I can defend the
breaking
rib.
your stones a little bit.
I know you are, but I'm responding.
All right. Well, don't respond with real emotion. I'm breaking.
By the way, we have not declared a winning tweet.
Oh, it's that one that said the one that said the.
Hey, go back up again.
It was a funny one.
Can you scroll up 1 second? Because if contradicting themselves was a job, Joe would be the CEO, CFO, and COO.
Oh, that's really nice. Yeah.
but
Let me suck up to Sal. I'll suck up to Sal. Well, let's get Joe and Murr and Q in here too while we're at it.
Get out of town with that.
No, our winner was the funny one that we laughed at. Oh, the rib one, the Adam and Eve one.
Yeah.
So,
Colonel, I'd love to read a little more of these. Colonel Sanders and Miss Louisiana are only bitches making fried. Well, what? Who? What? Ribs are superior. Okay. The complexity of flavors going on with ribs blows the sad excuse of food that fried chicken is out of the water. Fried chicken's not a sad excuse for food.
it's winning in the comments. I don't understand how it lost that much in the poll.
Fried chicken was given to us by God himself, and ribs was a quick idea Satan had and thought this will get him.
Where is this one? Ribs are... No, that's not it. What was it? Adam didn't use a rib to...
Bad ribs, this is true. It's like a chew toy, a dog chew toy. Bad ribs taste like I'm chewing on leather with barbecue sauce. But bad fried chicken is still pretty decent fried chicken. I like it.
It's not pretty
People
decent
are
fried
speaking.
chicken. Okay, go to a gas station and buy the fried chicken out of the thing and tell me it's pretty decent fried chicken. Insane.
Go to the gas station and buy the ribs.
They don't sell them at the gas
Exactly.
station. Stop it.
Exactly.
But I'll tell you this, you get a barbecue sandwich at a gas station, it's edible. It's edible. Tastes like barbecue sauce.
Who's ordering a barbecue sandwich at a gas station?
Again, down south in the Little Warmers, they have a pulled pork sandwich in the gas stations. You'll find it. Anyway, there it is. There's our winner. God didn't ask Adam for a piece of fried chicken to make Eve, did he? No. He asked for a rib. Why? Because ribs are superior. That comes from Anna.
You win because it's clever, not because the ribs are better.
Very funny. At Anna, I'm sorry, at AH_NAH96. Follow Anna. And that's our show, folks. Thanks for listening this week. We appreciate it.
Check out the clips page. If you like the show, do two things. Subscribe if you haven't. Also, subscribe to us on iTunes or Spotify. Follow us on there. Those numbers change things. They change the algorithm. They give us a bump, and we get put up front more, and then more people find it. So the only way this show grows, and people are like, why doesn't this have 1 million subs? Why this? Why that? This is the best. Well, if you want to help us, you got to subscribe. You got to follow, and then tell people that you know that would enjoy it. That'll help us the most. Follow the Taste Buds Clips page.
Leave a comment, too.
On
Leave
YouTube.
comments.
Leave a comment. Join in. This is the best part of this podcast for me, is that we interact so much with you guys.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Thanks, guys. That's the show for today. We'll see you next week.
I still love you, babe.
It's getting harder and harder to say. I love you, too.
Taste buds, they coming to the mic, talking about the food they hate, talking about the food they like. Two fools gonna fight, but only one food can be right. Taste buds, man, yeah, they coming to the mic.